titles.
I was the cashier lady when Slim Pickens' head was on the tray,
that's what I thought.
ringing him up tuna surprise.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I put uncredited because I didn't think Mel Brooks gave me enough lines, but they managed to put my name in it, right?
All right, I'm gonna start recording.
Okay.
All right. Sitting here with the amazing Sally Kirkland.
Thank you.
Oscar-nominated, Golden Globe winner, Spirit Award winner, and a lot of other things.
LA Film Critics Award winner, Women in Film Award winner. Yeah.
And I just want to know, how do you become a better actor?
You train. I started training when I was 17, 18. Went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. I took mime, and I found out that you do most of your acting, almost all of it in films, with your eyes. And so you could do a whole storyline without any words. So I learned how to talk with my body, my eyes. Then I went to Lee Strasberg when I was 18, learned how to do an emotional recall, where I would think of something where my father was alcoholically, critically badass to me, and the tears would be streaming down my face, and I would remember back to those times when I was a kid, and then the tears would start coming, and then you do an as if I saw a little child murdered, a personalization when you're reading a script and you see people's names and you don't have anything going, so you personalize that character for someone in your life that comes close to who that could be. And then in your script you write little notes on the side, for who you're personalizing, what the emotional recall is, what the as if is. And then sometimes you work with the script and you're reading along and then you stop and do what's called an inner monologue. So you do your own words, just like you're improvising within the script, and then you go back to the script dialogue, and then you go back to the inner monologue.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
We just filmed an audition tape. Did you do that in your audition tape? Or?
No. Oh, you mean the emotional recall? No, I mean, I've been acting 62 years, so now I don't do anything.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. Just watching you is amazing. Now, I told Sally she has to start doing YouTube videos of her acting tips, because it's just, you have trained some of the biggest stars in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I thought you should give this training to the internet.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I worked with Barbra Streisand and The Way We Were and A Star Is Born, and Robert Redford and Paul Newman in The Sting, and Kevin Costner in Revenge, and Tom Waits and Keith Carradine in Cold Feet, and Eric Roberts and James Earl Jones in Best of the Best, and JFK with everybody. Oliver Stone said, "Sally, how would you like to do this scene?" I couldn't believe that Oliver Stone was asking me how I would like to do it. I said, well, if you could get your crew to wheel the gurney down the hospital hallway, and I'm going to be screaming and crying, because I've just heard the news that they're going to kill the president. And so I did all this, which you never saw in the film, but it was a whole preparation for him pushing me into the cameras where the actors were there, but they hadn't been told what I was going to do. The press actors and the doctors, and they're going to kill the president, and the flooding tears and bandages on my head, and we never rehearsed it. I said, shoot the rehearsal.
Wow.
And so Oliver Stone was nice enough to respect me and give me that.
How did you cry during that scene? How did you get there?
Oh, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it right now, but once I'm in the character and I'm in the zone, and maybe I've done a little preparation before. Sometimes I use music. Sometimes I use a photograph of somebody that I love, maybe somebody who's died. But if I spend a little time with myself and I don't let the crew talk to me, I can generally get tears going. We just did, you and I, a video, and the character was saying she was dying, and all I did was think, I'm dying, I'm not going to see Lauren anymore. And the tears.
Yeah, she was crying, and I felt really bad. I was like, I feel like I'm putting her through this awful thing by filming you. But it was great. It was so good. What advice can you give to young actors out there who want to start studying? What do you think is the most important tip?
Get a monologue. You can get it online. You can go to a drama bookshop that has monologue books. Get a monologue that has drama and comedy in it, so there's range. Memorize it, and then Harvey Lembeck, when he was alive, used to have myself and Robin Williams and John Ritter do this. We would have a monologue that we would write ourselves, and we would start out very funny, and the audience would be laughing, and then it would suddenly change into drama, and the tears would be flooding down. It all happened in like 4 minutes, I'd say, at the most. So if young actors can get a monologue, either they write or they find online or in a book, that has many emotions, that shows a casting director or director or producer that they can go from this, transition to this, back to this, I would say that's your best prop to have. Get terrific pictures of yourself. And I did Sandy Bullock's resume because she hadn't done anything, and every scene I had her do in class, we made it out that I directed her in a full production. And by God, the head of Warner Brothers casting called me up and said, her name was Barbara Miller, she said, this woman, Sandra Bullock, she's got your name all down the resume with these productions. I said, hire her, she's going to be a big star. And they did give her a series. It was called Working Girls, I think.
Wow.
This is back in the 80s, 86 or something.
Wow.
And we looked at all these pictures of her and we picked the picture. We had the resume. Back then you didn't really make reels. Nowadays you would make a reel. Even if it's only 2 minutes long, show them that you can look beautiful and that you can look haggard and ugly, and then you can be very charming and delightful and funny, and then be very angry and stern and fucking asshole. Yeah. My favorite line.
Sally, I was talking to some of your friends this morning, and they said it really is the 6 degrees of Sally Kirkland. Like, you know everybody. How did you make friends with everybody?
I'm very social. When I was young, I was a debutante. Came out in New York society at the Wilshire, at the New York Waldorf Astoria. I was a debutante. My man on my arm was Warren Hogue, who then became the editor of the New York Times. So we were all very social. We went to these parties all the time. So you learn from the age of like 15 how to be a socialite. And I would be written up in the New York papers as a socialite before anyone knew I was an actor. And so then when I was an actor, I was still very social. When I moved to LA, I used to give these fabulous parties. I would get all my millionaire friends to give me their houses. And I'd invite 500 people, and I'd get Bob Dylan to show up, and De Niro, and Pacino, and Dustin Scorsese, and Lee Strasberg, and people. Zsa Zsa Gabor was once standing outside trying to get in, and they wouldn't let her in because she wasn't on the list.
Oh, no.
And I went out and said, that's okay, Zsa Zsa's cool. But I gave these parties all the time, and people, they wanted to get on Sally's list for the parties. And George Christie, who wrote a column for the Hollywood Reporter every day, he would go to my parties faithfully and write up about all the stars who were there and what they were saying. I guess I've always been very social, being given my beginnings.
Well, that's an amazing. Now we're gonna start a YouTube channel for Sally. So make sure you check in my description for Sally's new YouTube channel, where she's going to do acting tips and spirituality tips. You're also a reverend, right?
Yeah, I'm Reverend Sally Kirkland since 1976.
So
the Church of the Movement of Spiritual Inner Awareness, which combines Christ consciousness with Eastern philosophies. So you get East and West coming together. And we believe that no soul is lost, which was a big one for me because I grew up high Episcopalian. And we believe that you can complete all of your karma this lifetime and go home karma-free, so you don't have to reincarnate in human pain, whatnot.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, guys, make sure you go to Sally's channel, check her out, subscribe to Sally. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm excited to learn more about acting with her. So let us know in the comments below if you have any questions, and we will answer them in the next episode.
Yay.
Yay. All right. So we're still on Facebook, but do you want to record something for your new YouTube channel? Or is it on now? All right. It's okay. Well, next. What time is it right now?
Oh, the show, yeah. Well, how many minutes?
Alexa, what time is it?
It's 6.
The time is 6:03 p.m.
Oh, so it's on now, right?
Have a good evening.
All right, we'll do it next time. All right, guys. Oh, Brad Grunberg said, hi, Sally.
Hi, Brad.
You have to meet Brad. He's the co-host on my podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Good for you, Brad.
All right.
Great.
All right. All right, guys. Follow Sally on her Facebook page. Go follow her. Bye.